All right, let's get this party started. So welcome everybody. It's Lisa Cherney, Juicy Marketing Expert, and welcome to our Conscious Marketing Community Meet the Expert call with Barbara Wainwright. I'm so excited for this. Check this out, how to become a certified professional coach in only 16 hours. Gosh, it makes it sound like totally doable, and I bet Barbara is going to tell us a lot more about that. So Barbara and I met for the first time just a few months ago, but it was like an instant old home week, and we actually, you meet people from all over the world, and when we network with people that do our work, which is training and coaching and teaching for entrepreneurs, and we live like the next town over from each other.
Right.
So right, we're gonna have coffee soon, right, Barbara?
That's right. We promised we get, because since we probably live about 2 miles apart.
I know, it's so funny. We don't. I used to do coffee all the time, and I don't do coffee much, so it's going to be kind of fun. But I just want to welcome everybody. You may have been forwarded information about this webinar because it's such a cool title and cool topic. So if you don't know me, I'm Lisa Cherney. I'm the Juicy Marketing Expert, founder of something called Six Figure University, and I host these calls once or twice a month with experts and colleagues that I have a connection with that I think have information that you need. And I always twist their arm to give you something special at the end, so you're going to want to stay on and make sure that you hear the whole story here. And she's going to give you some really great content, things you can use right away, things that are going to kind of open your mind to the possibilities around becoming a certified coach. Barbara's been doing this forever, and I'll read you her formal bio in just a minute here. But for those of you that don't know me, I've been in business for 14 years. And for 14 years, coaching and training and teaching and mentoring have been part of my business. And we really focus on helping people get clarity with their marketing so that all of the going and the doing of the strategies of being out there actually work. And one of our most popular places to market and people that really resonate with the Juicy Marketing message is coaches. So there's probably many of you that have been attracted to us and are in our community because it's really hard to differentiate yourself, and it's hard, and you don't really get training, a lot of training around the business piece of it, and so you find your way over here. And now I'm kind of I'm holding the space for you to get further training in your certification if that's what you feel called to do. And since you're part of my community, you're also getting the business training too at the same time, which is really just really the way to do it, the smart way to do it. And so if you were forwarded this webinar, then you will hear about other calls and other folks that we feature, once or twice a month. Always great experts, lots of always topics that are really needed, with people that you could trust, and that people that give you some really great offers and free stuff and ways to really get access and go deeper. And so that's what we're all about here. So let me formally introduce Barbara, because I got to do the whole formal thing. So I can see we have a lot of fun over here, Barbara. We're very casual. Cursing, we even allow some cursing. I'm a Jersey girl, so I think they give me some leeway. So if you need to throw one of those in the round, you can do that. So so before I turn it over to Barbara, so I'm really going to turn it over to her because she's got this great webinar and she's put a lot of work into preparing. But in a minute, I want to introduce her. So she's the CEO and president of Wainwright Global, a company that has helped thousands and thousands of individuals just like you become certified professional coaches. In fact, Barbara's master coaches have trained over 5,000 coaches throughout the world. Barbara is the creator of a popular professional coaching system. She'll be telling you more about how she helps people get started with coaching at the end of the webinar today. If you want to become a great coach and make additional income by making a difference, helping people to live a successful life, you'll definitely want to check out what Barbara has to offer. She is the real deal. Since 2006, Barbara has been a member of the coaching community and has dedicated her life to training coaches. Barbara knows that coaching is one of the best catalysts for change and that we need global change. Global change begins within, and the coaching process helps clients go within, discover their individual passions, and then take steps to bring them to fruition. Amen for that. Barbara is with us today to share all about coaching, what it is, what it isn't. She will share as many of her best strategies, secrets, and insights as she can during the time we have together today, and I know you're going to learn a lot. So get ready to discover how to become a certified professional coach in only 16 hours. I'm going to turn things over to Ms. Barbara Wainwright, and I'll be back at the end. I might be interjecting like a little laughter or amen, sister, or something like that. Would that be okay, Barbara?
That's great.
Okay, good. All right. So I'll be turning things mostly over to Barbara. And then I'll be back at the end of the presentation to help answer any questions and wrap things up. All righty, Miss Barbara, take it away.
Thank you so much, Lisa. I love the introduction, and you're just so much fun. I love it, and I can't wait till we get to have coffee together. It's going to be great. All right.
We're going to be loud. I think
Yeah,
we're going to take over the place.
Oh my gosh, I'm smiling so big right now. So I just want to say thank you to everybody for showing up today. My mission really is to help train as many coaches as possible, because exactly what Lisa said, I know how important it is for us to get out there and make a difference in the world. We want to leave a legacy. We want to leave and knowing that we made a difference in the world. And this is one really great way to do it. So I'm going to share a lot of things with you today about the mission that I'm on and what coaching is all about, the opportunities available to you as a professional coach, how much money you can earn, what does it take to be a coach, why do clients hire coaches, why would you want to be a coach, how we can get you trained in only 16 hours. I'm going to give you an overview of my coaching system that I use that's highly effective, and also we're going to cover what every great coach should know, and then a special offer for showing up today. Boy, is Lisa right. I do have some really valuable, yummy stuff for you at the end. So let's start moving in that direction. Okay. First of all, my mission is to provide the finest in professional coach training and certification to as many motivated individuals as possible, and
Welcome to GoToWebinar, Webinars Made Easy.
another part of my mission is to provide the graduates with an abundance of ongoing support, and just like Lisa does these webinars, I do as well, so you could join into some of our ongoing webinars, and also a lot of different ways that I provide that support, so I'm going to share more toward the end about that. So what is coaching all about? Let's jump in and get to the meat, right? Coaching, I believe, is to the 21st century, so for now, right? Coaching is to the 21st century what therapy was for the 20th century. I believe that therapy was a very important part of the evolution of our species. It was us looking back going, how could we be better people? How could we have done things differently so that the end result would be even better? How could we have, what language could we have used with our kids so that they have a more successful life? What things could we do different? And how did our socioeconomic system impact us as human beings? And how did our family system, how did our environment? So it was really going deep and going back and figuring out what worked, what didn't work, what could we do differently. And that's great because I think it brought us to where we are today, which is I believe that we are ready for coaching, and that coaching is all about moving forward. It's not about looking back anymore. It's not about analyzing what happened, or why did I have this reaction, or why did I have that reaction. It's about taking action, but it's about taking positive action in a forward direction. So coaching helps to keep people motivated and moving forward toward their goals. Key point, towards their goals, not coaching them to be a better employee or we're coaching them to be a better them, whatever that looks like, whatever that is. So coaching takes an individual and says, here you are today, here's all your strengths, here's all your assets that you got on board, and what can where are you internally motivated what are you internally motivated to do next? Okay, so it's about saying, here I am, here's everything I got on board, here's in my mind's eye where I would be doing that would make me feel fulfilled and purposeful in my life is this, and the steps that I need to take to get towards that are these steps, and I'm going to start taking them now. And a coach keeps you motivated and inspired to keep moving forward. That's how it works. So that's what coaching is. Coaching is about motivating and inspiring our clients. It's about holding them accountable, and it's about moving them forward. So to be a great coach, and this is something that even it's a difficult concept, but as a coach, you don't need the answers, you don't have the answers, you couldn't possibly come up with the answers. Now that's pretty amazing, right? It's quite a bold statement. You do need the questions, but here's the bottom line about coaching. You're not going to counsel, you're not going to consult, you're not going to advise, you're not going to recommend, you're not going to suggest. You're going to ask questions, so you absolutely need the questions that you're going to ask your clients to help empower them. Now, you know, if you were telling them, right, you would be advising them or counseling them. So you're not going to tell them anything. You're going to ask them questions to empower them to come up with their own answers. You're helping your client to be a strategic thinker as opposed to somebody who has to listen to somebody else for their very next move. Okay? So we empower our clients. We don't make them dependent on us. We give them the strength and the tools and the encouragement and the motivation and the support to keep moving forward without making them dependent on us. Okay? So to be a great coach, you don't have the answers. You absolutely need the questions. And in my course, I give you all the questions that you need to be a great coach. How's that? Okay, so what is coaching all about? Coaching changes lives for the better. It helps people have the accountability and the structure that they need to keep moving forward. They get to be held responsible for taking action steps, and then they get the support from the coach who is committed to their success. So you're a support team. You're encouraging, you're a motivator, and you're also a project manager. You're going to keep your clients accountable. Now, a lot of times I get asked, what are the opportunities that are available in coaching? Okay. If you look at this list, this is a list of different areas that the coaches that I've trained coach in. So I've trained over 5,000 coaches, and they really get to coach in a whole plethora of different areas. And people always say, well, you know, do I have to know what niche I want to coach in before I go get trained? And the answer is no, you don't. We're going to train you using our coaching system with life coaching as the focus. And the reason why we use life coaching as the focus is because we all have a life, and when we come to the class, we can focus on life coaching. With the system, however, that you're going to learn, you can change the focus of the questions, and you can point the questions and focus them on any area that you want to, and that's how our coaches are coaching in all these different areas with the same coaching system and the same training. They just change the focus of the questions to be in a different category. So I hope that's understandable. And if you have any questions about that, don't hesitate to ask when we get to the end of the class. In fact, you could type it into the question box or the chat box now if you want to, and it won't be a problem. So knowing that you can coach in you could be a health and wellness coach, you could be a spiritual coach, you could do creativity coaching or weight loss coaching. There's so much different kind of coaching that you can do. I believe right now we have coaches coaching in over 52 different areas. So you know, it really is up to you. And what I recommend is coaching in an area that you're passionate about. Where's your passion? What are you passionate about? Because you're going to be talking to people that are doing that. Like, if you are interested in coaching authors, for example, that means you're going to be surrounded by authors, and they're going to be talking about, you know, their writing, and if they got stuck on writing a chapter, that kind of thing. And that needs to be something that you're interested in, you're passionate about, so that you can really be there for them, you know? So what are you passionate about? That's a great area for you to become a coach in. Another question we get asked a lot is, how much money can I earn as a coach? Well, you know what? I'll just say the sky's the limit, or maybe not even. You know, I mean, there is no limit, really, truly. It depends on you, and mostly here, who they coach. If you see at the bottom of the screen, it says it depends on the skill of the coach and who they coach. And those two things are so critical. First of all, the skill of the coach. Once you have a system, a coaching system, all you have to do is work the system. So that's not hard. The coaching skill, here's the whole thing, okay? Coaching is not hard. Some people think that coaching is hard, or some people try to make coaching hard. Coaching's not hard, okay? I mean, I just told you it's about asking questions, right? How hard is that? It's not hard, okay? So the skill of the coach, depending on the skill of the coach, really it's your confidence level to ask for what you deserve. That is the skill, asking for the money that you deserve. Now, who they coach, again, will make a difference in your income. If you're coaching people in a homeless shelter, guess what? Not a whole lot of money there. You're not going to make a lot of money, but it's a great place to volunteer and to give back, right? The other thing, though, is if you're coaching executives or athletes or people that are in affluent physicians, we have physician coaches, right? So if you're coaching people that are making good money, then they're going to be able to pay you good money to do the coaching. So it really depends on your confidence level to ask for what you deserve as far as money is concerned, and then secondly, who your audience is. So it's up to you to have the confidence and pick a market where you're going to be able to ask for and get the kind of money that you deserve. Okay, I hope that makes sense for everybody. Now, coaching is one of the world's fastest growing professions, which is very, very exciting. And you might be thinking, oh, I already missed the boat. There's probably too many coaches out there already. Not even close. When you look at what we have worldwide and in North America, there's 15,000 coaches in North America. There's 41,000 worldwide. All right. You look in the United States at the helping professionals with 604,000 helping professionals in the U.S. alone. You can see that we're like way behind in catching up as far as coaches are concerned. So are there too many coaches? We say not even close. And here's something that I think is outstanding, and that is that coaching is becoming more and more well known. The coaching job opportunities have increased an average of over 419% in the last 5 years, and that's huge, okay? So you can go to Indeed.com and search out coach jobs. Just search for the word coach. Find out what the jobs are available out there, and you can see that if you decided not to be an entrepreneur, which I highly recommend, if you decided not to be an entrepreneur and wanted to keep a job, guess what? You can add this coaching skill to your resume and find a job as a coach. That's pretty great. So what does it take to be a coach? Do you have to have this special background or a degree or any kind of a special education? Do you have to be a certain age? The answer to all of these questions is no, you do not. You don't have to have a special background to be a coach. You don't have to have a special degree, and it doesn't matter how old you are. There's probably somebody younger that could really use the coach. And if you look at our community of coaches, these are the different areas that people are working in. When they come to us, we kind of talk. When we first get into class, we go around and ask everybody, you know, what brought them here and what was their background and what do they, you know, what do they do for a living before. And so you can see that it's a really variety of backgrounds that people who come to be coaches have. They're kind of all over the map here. But here's something that we all have in common, and this is, you know, whether we're homemakers, business owners, psychologists, or ministers, we all love to help people. We're passionate about it. We want to make a difference in the world. I know Lisa wants to make a difference with her clients, and she does. And right? It's because you're passionate about it. So if you love to help people, you'll make a great coach, no doubt about it. In fact, the single most important thing that it takes to be a great coach, in my opinion, is an authentic passion to be a positive influence in helping people change for the better. And if you've got that, nothing's going to stop you. You're going to be a great coach, and you're going to help a lot of people. Okay. Another question I've been asked is, why do clients hire coaches? Well, typically it's because they want to make a change, and
because the coach has great marketing. Because the coach has great marketing.
There you go. That's right. And if you want great marketing for your coaching business, you know who to see, right? No doubt. Okay. Well, coaching works. Coaching does make a difference, and certainly with the coaching system that I have, it just really helps people to change quickly. And for the better, and it's affordable. It doesn't have to be off the charts on affordable. It can, you know, coaching's affordable, and certainly if you're really in a tight spot, you want to get into a group coaching situation, because that's powerful, just as powerful, if not more powerful than one-on-one coaching. So, and it makes it more affordable again. Coaching does not carry a stigma with it. It's not like therapy. Oh, what's going on? Are you okay? Is everything all right? No, it's like, oh, you have a coach? Awesome. What are you getting coached in? That's so exciting. What are you going to do? It's, you know,
it's almost like like it actually gives you credibility to say that you have a coach.
That's right. It's prestigious, because that means that you are taking your life seriously and in the right direction. So that's a good thing. And coaching does provide instant results, and I'll give the caveat with my coaching system, because the coaching system is powerful. With your clients in 30 days, they will start noticing results, maybe even right away, but the coaching system makes the difference. And then also lasting results. I have had the the pleasure of talking to clients that I coached 3, 4, 5 years ago, and just it's so awesome to hear them still lit up, loving their life, going in the direction that they wanted to, getting, having had accomplishments that they want, things that were on their to-do list or on their been there, done that list, and that is very, very exciting. So now for my favorite part, why would you want to become a certified professional coach? I can think of so many reasons, and I'm going to share some of my reasons with you, and I'm sure you have your own. But first of all, helping others succeed, extremely rewarding. It's the best feeling when your client calls you and thanks you, and all you did was encourage them to move forward, right? But they call you and say, thank you, I couldn't have done it without you. And it's just a humbling experience. It truly is. Owning your own business, woohoo! Right, Lisa? Woohoo!
Freedom!
That's right. That's right. Exactly, freedom. It's like, maybe, you know what, I probably have worked harder than I ever worked in my life on my own business, but I'll tell you what, it's because I love what I do. And if you love what you do, you're going to love owning your own business, right? Because it is freedom. It's your choice to set your work hours. It's your choice to set how many hours you work, when you want to work. It's your choice to take vacation when you want to take vacation. It's one of the great benefits, I think, about owning your own business is the tax advantages. There's so many tax advantages to owning your own business. So be your own boss. It's just extremely rewarding. Another great thing about owning your own business is working from anywhere. You can get an office. You can work from your home. You can work from the south of France. It really doesn't matter where you are when you're a coach. It's the great news, right? You could be taking a month-long vacation in the south of France and still service your clients over Skype or the internet, and it won't make a difference where you are. It's so great. So you can work from home, you can work from anywhere. That's what coaching brings you. There's very little startup costs. It doesn't cost an arm and a leg to get started up in coaching. It's not like owning a Subway or a Starbucks or something where you've got huge franchise fees to get in it. It's actually very inexpensive to become a coach. And there's no inventory. You don't have to purchase it, store it, pick it, pack it, ship it, deliver it, none of that. So it's a great business to be in because of the convenience of being able to work from anywhere and not have any inventory and not have a huge startup cost. And you can start part-time, which is brilliant because that's certainly the way I did it, because I was a single parent putting food on the table. I couldn't dump my, I was still self-employed, but I couldn't stop my consulting, my software development consulting business to start coaching full-time. I needed to build up and build my clientele first. So starting part-time was brilliant, and then I worked my way into a full-time income, and I left my software development consulting, and now I do all my own tech stuff. I am my tech support team. So it's very interesting what you can do when you can transition from one type of work or career to another. Another great thing about being a coach is that you can coach in an area that you're passionate about, and I love being able to work in an area that I have passion in, and that's one of the blessings, I think, of being a coach. Creating a legacy and knowing that we made a difference in the world, that we left the world a little bit better because we were here, that's also a huge blessing or benefit. And finally, earning what you're worth. Once you've really got your baseline income going, you can start bumping your income up with every new client that you bring on board. So you get to earn what you're worth. You can bump your income at any time. It's not like somebody's sitting in the office going, well, this year we have, 3% for you because that's all that the economy can hold. It's totally different when you're your own boss. You get to name your price, and the more in demand you are, the higher your price goes. You take a coaching system and you can change lives, and this is part of the reason why coming through my program I think is so important, to learn a system of coaching that actually works. And the great news is here again, we can train you to be a great coach in only 16 hours, and that's for a couple of reasons. Okay, the first very important reason is that we have a proven professional training system, meaning this is immersive. We give you some tools, we put you to practice with the tools. We give you more tools, we put you to practice again. We give you more tools, we put you to practice. So you are immersed in coaching. When you come through the course, you will have been through your first, second, and third coaching sessions already. So it's very highly interactive and a lot of great experiential exercises. The second thing is that we have a coaching system, a proven professional coaching system with over 35 years of success behind it. It's currently used by over 5,000 coaches in over 50 different specialties. And the thing is this, we're teaching you a system of coaching that works, that's been working for over 35 years, that over 5,000 coaches are using. Why? Because it works, okay? So I'm going to share with you the coaching system now. It's powerful, it's easy to learn, it's easy to use, and that's what makes a system great, is that when you work the system works. It's not hard. Just like I said, coaching's not hard. So the system's not hard. It's easy to learn. It's easy to use. It looks like this, okay? And what this is the overview. There's 3 types of coaching sessions that we do. We do the very first coaching session where we meet the client. We find out where they want to go over the next 12 months. We create a vision statement for them, and in the second coaching session, we deliver that vision statement. And then in the third and ongoing coaching sessions, this is where they set the plans and the steps and the actions that they're going to be taking over the next few months of what steps they're going to be taking. And that's where you hold them accountable. You give them the measurable results. You make them celebrate the victories and the accomplishments, and you keep them motivated to move forward. Now I'm going to show you a little more in detail on this, okay, when we go into the coach training. Every great coach should know how to help their clients to clearly identify and articulate their goals. It's really important that you can help them do that. The best way to help them do it is ask them enough questions so that they feel like they've gotten everything out of their insides, and you've taken the notes on it. Then the second thing is you want to be able to help them develop strategies to success so they can overcome their roadblocks. Now, does that mean that you have to be a strategist or you have to figure out how they're going to overcome the roadblocks? Absolutely not. And the reason for that is because it's all about the questions. You're going to not come up with solutions for your client. That is not empowering them. That's disempowering them. When they come up with their answers, that's how they become empowered. And trust me, they have outstanding answers within. If you stay with the questions, they will come up with the answers. The next thing is you want to help your client to identify and eliminate their limiting beliefs. And we're going to give you great tools for doing that in the class. You're going to keep them accountable to their dreams. And here's something that's really important, and that is to help your clients to step outside of their comfort zones to achieve their goals. Now, this is the most important part. I think this is the key to everything, because if it was easy for us to get out of our comfort zone, then everybody would be living the life of their dreams. I truly believe that. I believe that if we didn't have what I call our homeostasis holding us back, we would all be living the life of our dreams. We would have world peace. It would be a completely different planet because of that. But what we're going to do in our training is teach you how to gently ease your client right through their ceiling, right to success, without all the self-sabotage that usually occurs when somebody's trying to get out of their comfort zone. So that's really good news. And so we're going to teach you about the roles, responsibilities, and ethics of coaching, how to be a great coach. You'll learn about the theory of the mind and the power of the mind. You'll learn about NLP communication skills, so you'll know how to read people easily and naturally and develop that instant rapport that you'll need to gain clients, and you'll learn how to understand how people think.
Can you tell them what NLP is?
Sure. Sorry about that. I do that all the time. It's neuro-linguistic programming. Neuro-linguistic programming is actually, I'll tell you, it was like a mathematics scientist and a linguist that came up with neuro-linguistic programming. And what it is they identified the different patterns that people use to talk and share their feelings or share their visions, right? And so learning those skills will really help you to communicate better. It doesn't, this is a skill that no matter what you decide to do after the class, you're going to take this with you forever. It is so powerful. It's information that will help you to develop rapport with anyone. And that's just a great tool, a great social skill to have no matter what you're going to do in life. So you're going to learn enough where if we wanted to, we could actually give you a certification as a NLP practitioner. That's how much you'll be learning about NLP. So it's really great. But what we're going to do is we're going to teach you the NLP techniques, and they're kind of like a system too. We'll teach you the ones that apply to coaching. Okay? You'll also learn about Socratic questioning and listening and power words and personal pros, and all of those play into the coaching skill. You'll learn about the circle of personal perspective, which will provide measurable results for your client. I think that's really important. You'll learn all the questions and the categories that we ask as a life coach. And then it's time to jump into your first coaching session. You're going to have your first coaching session. You're going to go through the new client interview with your client. That'll take about an hour, hour and 15 minutes. You'll have all the questions you're going to ask your clients and all the categories that you're going to talk to them about. From there, you have homework. And the very next day, your homework is due, and the homework is the personalized vision statement that you're going to write for your client. So you take really great notes during the new client interview, and then you create that vision statement as your homework. You bring it in the next day, or whether you're doing this online or whatever, it's due the next day, and then you deliver it in the second coaching session that you have with your client. This is such a powerful moment with you and your client, because there's so many times that people haven't been heard, that somebody hasn't received acknowledgement for anything. There's so many times that people have never been able to express their dreams because nobody wanted to listen, and there you were. And you captured all of that, and you fed it back to them in the form of a vision statement, which made them know that they were heard and they were validated. And so this can be a very bonding moment, but it is really a powerful moment, I'll tell you. Then you're going to do the third coaching session. Now, the third and ongoing session, again, are where you're going to identify the action steps, the due dates, when they're going to get it done by. The important thing is why are they doing it, why it's important to them. Then you get to hold them accountable, keep them motivated, and, of course, celebrate those accomplishments with them. Make them stop and celebrate the accomplishments. A lot of times, you know what? A lot of times people are just beating themselves up left and right. I didn't do this, didn't do that, didn't get this done. I meant to get that done. I did. And you don't take the time to go, excuse me, but you just finished your book and you've, went out and you did a speech in front of 1,000 people, and that's really great, and I understand you get these other things done, but can we just take a minute and say yay? I mean, those kind of conversations come up. And then you're going to learn a couple more tools for your success of your clients, and that's a state of personal power and a self-discovery. And then we review everything, okay, because we do have an assessment exam, and we review everything right before we send you off to take it. And it's not something to be worried about. If you worry about exam or have test anxiety, don't worry about it. It's open book. Okay. It's open book. Yeah, we're not there to stress anybody out. We want to make sure that we did a great job training you as much as we want to make sure that you understood the material. And if you didn't understand the material, we take responsibility for it. So it's it's really it's a two-way street when it comes to the assessment. And then we're going to talk about how to build your business, how to get out there and promote yourself, how to close sales, how to structure a coaching package, that type of thing. So you're going to get a lot of information on that as well, such as setting up your business and record keeping and setting fees and all those kinds of things. And then finally, that will culminate in a certificate that demonstrates to your clients you've mastered the techniques and methodologies of coaching, and you are indeed a certified professional coach, which is kind of nice since it does differentiate you from people that have had no training at all, right? I mean, there are a lot of coaches. Okay, so let's just get this out on the table. You do not have to be certified to be a coach. And it's true, you don't. But if you don't have a coaching system, and if you don't have experience of helping people, and if you're not even aware of the fact that coaching is not advising or counseling, I highly recommend you get some training, and this is definitely a great training to go through because it works. Anyway, you'll get the experience. This is the part I love about coming to the online class or the live in-person class, is that you will get the experience of being a coach and a client. Very, very important. It's so important for you to know how powerful that vision statement is. You won't know unless you experience it from the client side of the table. That's why it's so important to come online and get this training, or be in person and get the training, so that you know how powerful the experience is going to be for your client when you deliver that vision statement. You need to experience it firsthand. And you'll have the confidence to know that you can change lives once you've had that experience. You will have no doubt. There will be no doubt in your mind that you can get out there and you can change lives for the better. In 2 sessions, really, in 2 sessions, you can change a life. So quite frequently people come through the training and that's what they say. This was a life-changing experience. And the reason why is because it is. I got more great news for you, and that is that I do have a savings because you came here through Lisa. I have a great deal for you. We have live online training, and it's great because the live online, whether you wanted to take it one-on-one with a coach or you want to come to the group training or you want to go in person, I just highly recommend any format, whatever you feel most comfortable with. They're the same product, the same message in every class. There's lecture, there's demonstration, there's practical exercises, and it's highly interactive. So you're going to get the immersion and the experience and the confidence that you're going to need once you get done. So what does my investment include? Let's get to it. 16 hours of training. You'll have access to our telephone center and our internet. You'll be able to email us. You can email us and you can call us anytime, and we'll help you with anything that you're going through. Just call us, okay? You'll have access to my team. You have lifetime use of the system. We're not going to try and get any royalties for that. You've got the coach training manual and the handouts that you can use to refer back to. You'll have the tools that we're going to teach you during the class. You'll have the quick reference guide if you want to just take a quick brush up before you go and coach somebody. You'll have gone through the exam and receive your certification. Now, the exam, if you go and look at other coach trainings, sometimes they charge for that. Like the IAC charges $325 for you to take their exam. I'm not sure about the ICF and other companies, but it's included here, so you're not going to get an extra charge for that. You're going to get a certificate, a hard copy, and a digital copy of your certificate, so you can share it with other people. And then you'll have a membership in my coaching community, which is pretty strong on Facebook, LinkedIn, and also our own bestofcoaching.com. And then we also encourage you to participate in our monthly newsletter as well as our business building webinars. And just so you know, Lisa would be one of the people that are coming to present to my audience as well. So we do exchange, and the information that you learn is absolutely phenomenal. So now for the bonus, just for showing up, I got a bonus for you, and that is I have a free web page for you if you want it. If you don't want it, that's fine. It's on bestofcoaching.com, so it's a web page, okay? And it will be a representation of you. I'm going to show you in a minute. We'll host that page for a year, and we're going to get you a free hard copy certificate because it's one of the bonuses that I'm offering for Lisa's audience. Because I love Lisa. She's awesome. Okay. Yeah, woohoo, is right. Okay, so Best of Coaching is a website. Looks like this. Under here is Find a Coach, where you'll find a lot of my coaches. Here's how you come to my website, and then this Coaches Cafe is where you can go in and review some of our previous webinars, which are really interesting. So on Find a Coach, your webpage will look a lot like this. It'll have your photo, your title, your company logo, your company name. Then in the center, it'll be about you and what you do and your testimonials. And then on the right-hand side, all your contact information, your phone number, your email, your website, if you have one already. And then the great thing about having a web page on bestofcoaching.com is that it becomes very SEO friendly. When you search for somebody's name, it comes up at the top, and you just need to put your name and the word coach. You don't even need the word life coach in there. Just Colleen Smith Coach, and it'll come up at the top. So you're going to get a web presence, which is really great. Yeah, because you can get onto Facebook and it'll give you a web presence, but it won't always bring you up in there. So this is really great for a web presence. So
this is where your technology geekness comes in.
That's right. I'll get you on the top of the thing at Google. That's pretty darn cool, Mm-hmm. You'll also get your own URL. If you don't have a website, then bestofcoaching.com/your name, and that will take them directly to your page. So it would be, right there without going through Find a Coach and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of nice to have your own URL. So that's, again, a free web page on bestofcoaching.com, free hosting, a hard copy certificate, and I have a $200 discount code for Lisa's family. Yay!
Yay!
So the code is MMM200, and we'll call it Making Money Magic, or let's see, Make Money Matter. $200 in your pocket right there. So to get that you would need to use the code, and when you go to sign on and register for the class, and it doesn't matter which class you register for, you'll get the $200 discount. So you've got 24 hours to take advantage of that, and it's MMM200, and that brings your tuition down to $797. To get there, you can just type in wainwrightglobal.com/Lisa and lisa.htm, and that'll take you right to the registration page, and you can use that code and save some moolah.